Before getting into the history of Chud Circle games, I must first establish what Chud Circle is. Chud Circle is an online group founded in March of 2021 after the event commonly known as the Followcast, a massive ban wave in which thousands of people were banned on Twitter, now X. It was originally founded by Toast as Toast's Grooming Circle. However, it was quickly rebranded to Sigma Circle. Another group chat called the Rapist Group Chat was also founded around this time, with Toast also serving as a founding member. They will become important later. After rebranding to Sigma Circle, disaster struck when in June of 2021, the server's owner, Toast, had his Discord account banned for activity in a Discord server that he was not active in. While Sigma Circle was technically still there, it had no admins, so everyone decided to move to a new server. Just over 1 year later, on July 1st, 2022, tragedy struck again when Ruben Brown, also known as Drip Hero, a founding member of Chud Circle, reported the server and got it banned. A third server was created shortly afterwards. However, it only lasted 3 days before being automatically banned by Discord bots. This time, it even resulted in the permanent ban of everyone who had rejoined, as well as the official final banning of Sigma Circle 1. On July 5th, 2022, the fourth Sigma Circle server was created, this time called Sigma Circles Thor, to avoid automatic detection. It was later renamed to Biden's Hyperborea, before being renamed for the final time on November 5th, 2022, to the now infamous name Chud Circle. On October 26th, 2022, the first mod for a video game created by a Chud Circle member was published. The No More Pigs mod for Hearts of Iron 4. It received initial success, reaching over 1,000 favorites, and the trailer received tens of thousands of views on YouTube before being unjustly banned on Steam on January 17th, 2023. A version of the mod for Europa Universalis 4 was released on October 27th, 2022, but it was nowhere near as successful and was also swiftly banned. In August of 2022, the idea of a visual novel based on the Rapist group chat was suggested. However, no one in the group chat had the time or the ability to make one, and it was swiftly forgotten. But all of that changed when Toast built his first computer in early 2023. Production of Chud Circle Dating, the first real Chud Circle themed game, started shortly afterwards. The first beta of Chud Circle Dating was published on June 8th, 2023. This version had very little content and a very basic story, ending with James G. Chud marrying the protagonist, and it is so basic that it does not even have music. The next beta was published just under a month later, on July 3rd. This version is much more fleshed out, containing 3 times the lines of the first. The story is much more fleshed out, featuring many more characters and a different ending this time, with James Chud being reported to the police by Chud Circle and then being arrested. The final beta is where things really began. It features the same overall story, but it has double the lines and much more depth. It even has cutscenes and music. After a minor delay due to internet issues, the full Chud Circle Dating was published on July 21st, 2023 to critical acclaim. Seven months later, after 2 failed attempts to reboot the No More Pigs mod, Chud Circle Hoi 4 was published on February 29th, 2024. It would continually receive updates for the next 5 months before Xenoc, the mod's author, would set his sights on a project much bigger. A link to the mod is available down in the video description. On July 17th, 2024, Chud Circle Dating Goon of the Year Edition was released. This was a major, essentially remastering of the game, featuring an all-new story with 2 endings and even a special secret ending. It even features the first ever Chud Circle FPS gameplay with 2 Doom WADs integrated. I won't spoil much about the story, so you can enjoy it yourself. Link down in the description. Shortly before the 4.0 update for Chud Circle Hoi 4 was released, production of a new project codenamed CCFPS would begin. This project would be made with the Unity engine, allowing for much greater potential than the Ren'Py visual novels or any mod would allow. It would release on August 5th, 2024, marking the beginning of Xenoc Studios. Chud Circle Klee's Revenge was the first large-scale Chud Circle game, releasing on February 14th, 2025 to major success, even leading to Kleepild himself returning to Chud Circle after 2 years in exile, although only briefly. It features you playing as Kleepild, getting your revenge on Chud Circle, ending with the death of Toast and the destruction of Chud Circle. 2 months later, the first DLC was released, Zombies Remastered. It featured the 2 maps from the original, but reworked and with completely new systems, such as perks and a point system. It was an instant hit. The next DLC, released only 1 month later, Dripiro's Revenge, features Dripiro, also known as Reuben Brown, as the main character, who, if you remember from earlier, was the man responsible for getting Sigma Circle 2 banned. A link to Klee's Revenge with all of the DLC is down in the description. Play it for free today. Chud Circle Solitaire is quite simple. It is solitaire, but with a minor Chud Circle theming. It was made in just 24 hours by Xenoc and released on May 19th, 2025. It would also receive a mobile port. Link in the description. In between Solitaire and Klee's Revenge 2, there were a minimum of 7 cancelled Xenoc Studios games. The first was Operation High Jump, an FPS game taking place in 1946 in a Nazi holdout in Antarctica. It never progressed past the first level, although many systems created for it, such as saving and loading, friendly soldiers, and difficulties, would later be repurposed for Klee's Revenge 2. The second is Chud Circle Clicker. This game did not even survive past the first day of development. The next is Chud Circle Craft. This game was cancelled due to difficulties with the inventory system and terrain generation. The fourth is Chuds of Iron. This was intended to be a grand strategy type game, but it never left pre-production. The next is Chud Circle Trivia, a mobile game that was cancelled the same day that it began production. The sixth game never received a proper name, but it was semi-inspired by games such as Gem Defender, Soyjack Survivor. And the final one is Chuddle Jump, another mobile game, which was cancelled after only 2 days. Klee's Revenge 2 was announced on July 4th, 2025. However, due to several difficulties with production, it would not come out until December 20th, 2025. It is the largest ever Chud Circle themed game, featuring 13 levels and many significant improvements over the original. The story sees Kleepild continue getting his revenge, but this time on the rapist group chat, although this time things do not go so well. I will not say any more to not spoil anything. Download it for free and play it yourself. Link down in the description. Chud Circle Dating 2 would release just 2 days after Klee's Revenge 2, coming out on December 22nd, 2025. Development began in late 2024, making it the longest development time of any Chud Circle game ever. It features you playing as Dripiro, taking place after the events of Goon of the Year Edition. It features tons of FPS segments. It is based on Dripiro's disastrous dating life in 2024. It features 2 endings, and even a secret ending. Dating 2 was made in the Godot engine and is entirely 3D, making it have a much more real and high quality feel than the original. A download link is also available in the description. And that brings the history of Chud Circle Games and Xenoc Studios to an end. For now, at least. Both Xenoc and Toast have hinted at plans for DLCs in their games, and several other Chud Circle members have announced intentions to make their own games. 2026 may just be Chud Circle Games' biggest year yet. Thank you for watching. Like and leave a comment about what your favorite Chud Circle game is. All games mentioned here are available to download for free. Links, as well as links to all Chud Circle social media, are available down in the video description.